So, hello everyone, this is Michi Hoyer here from Avid Chronic Racing, and today we're gonna join the official test race of Formula Simracing, which is going to do a full 52 lap race rather than just 50% race here around Silverstone circuit. So, server is ready to join, and just for you guys all information, I will be connected to race control, so you will hear different people speaking all the time, and you don't hear anyone currently because I got the desktop audio still not in place, but I'm surely gonna turn up the volume in a couple of seconds as soon as I go into the server. So, as I said, today Formula Simracing preseason test around Silverstone. It's all about getting tires done and everything. And I will quickly show you the special event description. So it's the 070 version, which has been released yesterday. Track's gonna be FSR 2018 beta at Silverstone. So practice has just started. Qualifying will be approximately in about an hour, with a short warm up to get more used to high fuel of the car. Afterwards, we're gonna have a 100% race, 52 laps around Silverstone. So, people are asked to join the Discord, which I just did. So, as you can see, here's my name on the list. Despite people talking, I'm currently not hearable here, so I just have push to talk enabled for this race session. Nevertheless, I'm gonna be here all conversation going on, which I am required to do. So, beta 1's gonna be our password for today, and server settings will be just soft, medium, hard tires only. You'll only use fuel tank full, and fuel is on one time, obviously, because it's a full-time race. I'm not going to do just 26 laps, so I'm gonna do a full race. Test objectives, test the fuel usage, test the slipstream and dirty air, test tire behavior with different management. As additional information to this is the goal is obviously to teach and understand how the tires will work, or are working currently. And since we are Formula Sim Racing, we obviously try to follow F1, where there is a little bit different driving style though. But they manage the fronts and are incredibly sensitive on them, so that means our front tires will wear considerably hard during that session. So what we wanted to have achieved is the managing the front, to have a similar front and rear tire wear, which will make driving a lot faster during the entire stint and race. If you conserve and look after your tires, obviously. And well, that requires a different set of setups, a different style of driving, and kind of different strategies. And today's test race is going only about that, evaluating how stuff works. So I've said enough here at that point, so I'm gonna let kick in the desktop audio to now gonna be hearable for everyone in here. And I will quickly inform administration that I'm now live. So guys, I'm now live on my channel, just for your information. So everyone in there knows already about my plans. Nevertheless, I just reassured them that they are not...
Cameron, do you know the difference between what happens with the Ackerman when it's set to neutral and then Ackerman 50%? Like, what is the actual effect?
I actually don't. Also, one of them is reverse.
So quickly have to...
anti-Ackerman.
Yeah.
So the outside wheel will turn more than the inside.
So there's interesting discussion going on.
Is nothing.
Yeah, neutral is nothing on the Ackerman.
Yeah.
And if you go up the settings, the inner wheel will turn more towards the inside, step by step. But I don't know how much about the difference in terms of degrees or anything.
Right. Thanks.
Well,
Trying to work this out now.
the Ackerman angle is a set angle regarding the geometry. So there is a maximum, which means 100% will be that. So 50%, I guess, is half.
Half of
If
it.
you don't, so on a track where you don't have hairpins, maybe you only use 50%. But you know, if there's one where there's loads of slow, tight corners, maybe you need to go to 100. Also, remember to increase the caster if you're not using Michaela's setup.
Quickly have to download
guys.
stuff.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
any idea? Anyone have any idea of the roll centers and the settings and how they affect the car?
Not yet.
Okay, this is if Marco will hear me, he will kill me. But in general, if you increase the front center roll, it's like having a stiffer front anti-roll bar. Basically, it's like anti-roll bar, but more specific, I cannot answer to this question.
I think with those roll center being meant is that the center of gravity is put in upwards and therefore putting more load on the anti-roll bars.
It's not center of gravity, it's the point on which the front or rear suspension
is it got to do with like the axis?
It's the axis in which the body rolls to do with the suspension.
Yeah.
So if you raise it, the body's going to roll less because you have effectively more resistance to the body rolling because it's got the force pushing against the suspension.
So if you increase the front rear anti-roll bar,
stable.
No, it's more oversteering. If you increase the rear, yes, you will have a bit less entry, but a lot more mid corner, a lot more rotation, and on exit will be a.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
So front increases, for example, just
seen that notification.
So front increases oversteer, rear increases understeer. Or am I getting it wrong?
No. I think it's I think it's the same logic as normal anti-roll bar. So if you increase the front anti-roll bar, you have understeer. If you increase the front center roll, you will have more understeer. But in general, I didn't get it yet. I didn't do a lot of research yet. But
very difficult stuff
for them just understand
going on here.
Yeah, and also it's just a general philosophy on how you're setting up your car. Really, it's more sort of preference.
No, normally if you change center roll, it's not that the setup needs to completely change. It's more that anti-roll bar needs to be changed a bit. If you increase the rear center roll, if you increase it, you have to decrease the rear anti-roll bar.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what Marco told me, but I didn't test the car a lot for center roll because we were spending a lot of time with tires that were wearing quite weird.
Right, I think I'm playing around with that right now.
So a lot of discussion going on there. Nevertheless, we would now gonna kick on with racing activity around this Silverstone circuit quite soon, as we join into the server. So the most difficult part of the setups have some sort of been explained, which was the Ackerman and the roll center. So no one really has real knowledge on those settings yet. So it's gonna be definitely some interesting series coming up there. So thank you very much for joining in here for today's session.
Did the Daria get changed in this update?
Want to definitely welcome Robert and Kevin here on the stream, as well as Jean-Baptiste.
I'll have a look at the changelog.
Yes, Jean, for today it's normal.
What?
In the last one. Mick, was the dirty air changed, or the slipstream?
We changed in this one, but dirty air didn't change. It's just a bit of more slipstream, because it wasn't enough.
Feels a bit different from yesterday, that's the only reason.
Dirty air is the same, we didn't change it. Probably is because when slipstream you are faster, so you have to slow down a bit more when you are behind.
Marco, sorry, Mikhail, quick question. The setups being built by yesterday or the days before, are they actually gonna be usable?
Yes. Well, I'm using the same I sent yesterday.
Okay.
Right now. It's
so, for today,
probably a bit too oversteer now. Because we changed something on tires, just a bit.
okay.
But the base will be the same. But
Okay.
as you can see, it's just default with some tweaks.
Right, so today talking's gonna be normal here on the stream. Usually.
Yeah, I had to knock down the rear anti-roll bar 2 clicks, and that fixed the oversteer for me. But I may try that roll.
I don't know if anyone's interested, but I got new settings for the Ackerman. I put Ackerman 50%, front roll 50 millimeters, and rear to 100. And my car feels really like stable now. And also my rear toe is at 0.3.
Oh yeah.
Ackerman is a bit different. Basically, it's the difference between the front tires when you turn. Because when you turn, the inside and outside doesn't turn the same amount of degree. And lower it is, lower is the no wait, it's the opposite. Lower it is, so if you go 0%, the difference is higher. So it will be help in tracks like Singapore. And if higher you go, so 100%, it will help like Silverstone. Because you have less difference rotation. You don't need high difference in high speed, but in low speed you may need it.
Oh, definitely a new track version. So Robert, what they changed on the car is they made the rear tires a little less grippy, from what I've heard, and so the rear tires are wearing a lot more.
You said Silverstone you would use 100?
You may use it. I'm using default. I will use default.
Okay, because I've made mine 100 and it feels a lot better.
Yeah, probably it is, yes. It should be better for here.
So we're currently running the soft tire and the full fuel here to get in the rhythm and maybe feel the difference of that car, which I think I already can. Yeah, there you go. I made it a lot softer, and I will quickly turn vulnerability on. So
yes.
With different Ackerman, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Of course, like in if you go in with an Ackerman 100%, you wear a bit less in the front mainly. But with it will turn a bit less in slow speed. Right. And you will have less problem in high speed with managing.
You said again?
And the opposite is with Ackerman 0%. You will have a bit more wear, but the car will actually turn better in slow speed.
Oh, a lot of discussion going on there. That won't be the case during the race, I think. Nevertheless, this session is exactly here for that. Evaluating the car, talking to the devs, get questions answered. And so will be today's race, not only informative for the devs, but also for us drivers here. Being in a new environment, testing a new car and race it.
I think Michael Ayers has hyping. For me, I just raised the rear roll center and the rear just wants to keep on turning.
Yes, it's normal. It's like if you increase the rear and roll, so you have more oversteer.
So definitely looking forward to have some fun today. Since it is a 100% race, it's gonna be a full World Championship condition. I'm not as prepared though as usually. No, Robert, I don't, but nevertheless we do not have anti-traction control here on that car setting. So I don't have in the assist as well. So I won't make any use of that, but nevertheless the tire is wearing a lot here at the front. So did you say with an increased Ackerman setting the fronts will wear more?
It should, yes. Mainly because it will be harder to manage the front outside tire in high speed.
I can confirm that. Quite badly. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm out on the soft and I'm not really pushing the car, but the soft has 3% more wear after 2 laps. I could have a bad set because I wasn't able to match the times of yesterday if running in the same configuration. But I have had a lot less wear on the front axis yesterday.
Yeah, Ackerman, anti-Ackerman here should be a lot worse. Because here you need to manage the front with all these high speed corners.
So you best keep it neutral?
Or neutral, or now I'm testing 100% as well.
Ackerman 50% is fine for me.
Yeah, but to me it's wearing the tires a lot in the front, like now it's 5% difference between front and rear.
With what Ackerman?
50%?
I did now the outlap and I finished with 98%. Both. Ackerman 100%.
So Ackerman 100% wears you like a lot.
No, less. Anti-Ackerman should wear you a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Because you have less difference between the front tires. They should turn almost similar.
Yeah. So the inside's not turning enough and the outside is turning too much.
No, wait, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The anti-Ackerman, yes, not the one.
Yeah. That's what I mean. So you're basically effectively scrubbing the tires a little bit.
Currently really need to listen what's going on there. Like I think it's a
I
lot
had
of confusion.
2% wear in this lap.
Did you say 2?
Yes. I did a mistake, but it's not that I gained
I have
wear.
almost 6.
Yeah, Michi, what lock in the steering setup are you running? 'Cause maybe that's too
420.
high.
420.
Maybe try lower that.
I'm using 15.2 lock.
Okay.
Especially for tracks like that, where you need to be really smooth with the front, with the steering, to not wear too much.
So caster should be set higher right now?
I didn't hear, sorry.
Should caster be set higher right now?
Should high caster?
Yes. Should we set it higher right now?
I'm using higher than we normally use in other modes. I'm using now 11.
Okay.
That's interesting. I'm using a lot less.
I did my second time lap and I have 92 in the front, 94 in the rear.
90 how much?
92 in front, 94 in the rear.
After 2 timed laps.
Yes.
It's interesting, even at the start of the second time lap I had 88 in the front and 93 in the rear.
My second time lap I'm still at 92. 92 is my lowest on my front, but I got 96 on my front right as well. I'm at 92, 95 on the front, and 95, 96 on the rear. Second lap.
Hey Michael, thank you very much for watching here, and yeah, some interesting points.
I'm having a brain freeze right now. I don't know what to change because mid corner I get a little bit of oversteer mid corner. In the mid speed corner.
How is it exit?
Exit is fine, it's the mid corner, there's a tiny bit of oversteer. It's an unsettlement. Off throttle.
Off throttle?
Yeah.
I never had it, so I don't really...
I think it's got something to do with the dampers.
I don't know, I never changed dampers yet.
What is your rear spring setting?
I didn't change it, it's still default.
64 for me.
If you have 64 then it's fine. Well, it depends, what is the fan?
146.
It may be this. You may have... what is your anti-roll?
180.
What?
180.
And rear?
60.
So your car is stiffer. Wings?
43, 44.
You got 43, 44.
Yeah.
I have 42, 39 to actually make the car turn.
What is your pump?
My pump is 20%.
Maybe your car is too stiff. That's why you have mid-corner problem. What is your roll center?
The Ackerman is 50%, roll center on the front is 40, roll center on the rear is 80, but I just had it at 100 I think, or 90. I just changed it now.
Maybe that's the problem, you have too much in the rear. The car is not rolling enough, and then in the middle you have a problem, but
No.
I don't really know. I have no idea honestly.
I'm more like rallying or drifting it around the corners here. At least that's what it feels like.
I think I figured it out.
Rally?
Yeah.
Because it's oversteer or because it's faster?
Well, because it's oversteery, because I have to have an oversteery set to not burn the fronts. Like, I finished my first timed lap now in that stint, and front is 93, rears is 95.
Well, a big cut like Silverstone, it will be almost impossible to wear the front because too many high-speed cars. That's why, like, Ferrari died. And but in general, you're winning quite a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm nowhere near your tire wear here at the minute.
Yeah, because we did really sensitive tires. Basically, if you slide, if you make mistakes, it punishes you a lot.
Yeah, but I'm not. I mean, I'm not even pushing it hard, you know.
I don't know. I sent you the setup I was using yesterday. I can send you the one I'm using now, but it's like 3 clicks difference.
Yeah, but if you could send it, that would be great, just to see a comparison. Maybe it's just driving style, you know.
Oh, I fixed the problem.
What was it?
I just had to. I changed my compression, my rebound, and my spring rate on the rear. I just bumped it up a little bit, and I was fine.
So with the receive
Michi,
setup.
if I send you the setup, would you want to try it?
Now currently looking at my own problem. I'm gonna use Michaelis.
The difference now is center roll. Not center roll. Third spin, but I just tried something different. I don't think it's a lot different the setup. Because times are the same.
Nevertheless, I definitely want to give it a shot and have a look.
Manu, te lo spiego dopo.
Va bene. Usa il settembre passato.
Sì.
So very interesting things going on here. You can save the set.
Fare all'incirca con questo.
Nah, setup is shit. Let's go back.
So when I'm looking at that setup here, this car should be a lot more understeery. I don't really know. I'm simply gonna try it and see. Because Michele D'Alessandro is doing...
You definitely want to have a lot higher steering rotation in this car.
On the wheel? Do you mean on the wheel?
Yeah, I mean the actual range of the wheel. Because
you can just change the steering wheel, you don't have to change.
Well yeah, but I've got a problem with my wheel and I can only have 180 degrees rotation, so 90 degrees left and right, and it's just too hard.
Your wheel is fucked.
Yes. Like I go around cops and it's like 2%.
I think I'm getting like 3% of wear a lap.
Percent is not bad. I had like 2.5, 2.6, something like that.
Felix, don't rage.
Felix! There are no GT here, okay?
Does Alistair count?
Well, I will use the setup of yesterday because it's better.
At least tire wear wise, it's a lot better than mine.
With this, I will send it again. This is my race setup.
Why would you want more steering range here?
Because you have more control, because you can be more precise.
I keep getting confused with the G29. Does it affect the force feedback by having the higher steering range?
Not as far as I know.
Alright, you got any recommendations? I have no idea for steering range, I've changed it so many times.
Well, I generally run around 400.
Right.
There are a lot of cars, the actual animation doesn't go much above that. So that's why I run about 400.
Right, gotcha.
Oh, Michaela, that's a nice setup. Very nice indeed. I mean, with that car, you can push it even more.
I'm not even sure, but I'm on full tank and medium tires. I did a 133.4, but I'd probably go into 32s. Is that okay?
We didn't do tires comparison yet. We didn't have tires.
What's the best time on soft tires then?
No idea because we changed a bit the grip.
Oh, right.
So I did yesterday 32, but I don't think it's possible this time with the same amount of push.
Also, wasn't this update last night a bit slower?
Yes, this last update should be a bit slower. But this cassette will help a bit, which will make you faster. Then on the other hand, we decrease low sensitivity.
I noticed that when I was on my second lap, I felt like I had way more grip than I did on the first, with less tire life.
Some people are already down to low fuel runs, which I'm going to join soon.
Non c'è fratello.
Want to see about how hard you can push these tires now around a lap.
The lap was a 1:35.11.
Which is quite a bit though, with that kind of setting. Yeah, maybe it was just the steering lock on my end of the setup that caused the high tire wear in the front, because that actually looks good. And yeah, I used a lot more tires around this lap, which is noticeable. But nevertheless, with that kind of lap, I should be able to attack the time of Michele D'Alessandro, who runs it on his setup.
Ultra softs and super softs,
And I'm just missing out on 33,000 for more or less on clean driving.
For when we actually get into the quali session race, only use the soft, medium and hard. Because the other tyres won't be used on this track, so they're irrelevant.
Are we meant to be running sim racing tools?
No.
No.
Please not.
I got scared for a second. I was like, wait, what?
So now going into Q run, I will go out and low fuel and see what the car is able to deliver in terms of speed. And yeah, today's gonna be a longer live stream session here with a lot of talking going on. I hope you still guys get some entertaining from it, and since I can see that people are quite quite talky on the chat, talking about some want to call it some sort of fake traction control, since there's an entirely different idea behind this sort of traction control. Real Formula 1 is some sort of running, because real traction control obviously is not allowed. Hey William, thanks for joining me in here. Today's we're gonna have official test race here of Formula Simracing car. So testing this car around Silverstone. A lot of fun to come up, that's for sure, as I'm still trying to get somehow used to low fuel. Still not allowed to touch that curb on the inside. That was the wrong button. So with Michele De Alessandro running definitely high fuel. We're gonna give ourselves a little bit of a gap before attacking now on a qualifying run. So let's see where we come to. Definitely need to get a little bit more used towards making use of the track, even forgetting about turning on DRS. I'm not sure whether I can find 3.5 seconds here, or even 6 right now, in order to beat James Sadler. There's going to be some time gain though in general, so probably going towards heading into the top 5. Which would be great.
The lap was a 1:20.
So that's 4th position for now. Definitely gonna do another run here. Maybe being a bit lower here in the back, a bit softer in. We stick with that in the rear. So going for another try, but with a little bit less fuel. That should be plenty. Going fuel mix 1 to not make too much use of tires or anything. And then we're soon gonna be ready to race. Since it's I think around 20 minutes towards qualifying, so as soon as the session here expires, we will go into qualifying session. I think that the brake bias can still be run a little bit more towards the rear. It was a turn too much maybe. Oh, it's difficult to get the exact. I want the position in between. There you go. There is this little oversteer moment at the exit of this particular corner when going on the throttle. I need to get rid of that a little bit. So looking at the top speeds, having 332, definitely running a little bit more top speed than James Sadler, who is known to run high top speeds as being Ghost Speed driver. Historically, they always have one of the highest top speeds among the grid. So turning up the engine power. So DRS wide open a bit earlier this time. Going purple. Not purple maybe, let's see. No, it's not purple. I think the exit out of 4 wasn't that great. Nevertheless, we're gaining on the speed a bit. That thing is lying in the mid of my way there. Now, that was totally out of rhythm. Yeah, there you go, into the walls, yeah. Anyway, there's still some time to gain, so I'm sure I can conquer that current, lap time there. Yeah, Michael, that's absolutely right. It's the work in progress car for the 2018 Formula Simracing season. Which is a lot of fun at the minute, I have to say. Kinda hard to drive at some point, but I mean, it's some sort of easy to drive and control, you know. So you really have a good connection to the ground, get a lot of feedback from the car, but to really drive it extremely fast, you have to be really on the edge and really, like, more than just in control of that car. As you have seen me working quite hard on that steering. So I'm gonna overtake Joao Pitais on the back straight here, Hanger straight, or maybe just let myself fall a little bit back to get some more gap. Yes, Edmund, this car is some sort of based off a real 2017 Formula 1 car. That's really the specification we're looking at. Yeah, so definitely a lot of downforce, not too much dirty air at the minute, but a very high amount of slipstream when being in the train there. So getting the brakes ready. Gap should be big enough if Pitais is not doing a lot slower. So there we go. Starting our flying lap. It was a bad turn 1. Not too good exit out of 4 again. So we won't be purple, that's for sure. Oh, really on the edge here through cops. Lost a lot of time through that cornery section there. no, just losing it there. Definitely looking towards going to second place, so that just needs a tiny little bit more practice, I think. So that's what we're definitely gonna do. So yeah, towards everything that's been here on that car is 2017 spec. Not too sure about Q boost and engine mixtures. Probably there are a lot more settings.
Do the gear ratios make a big difference?
Yes, they do. At least when running out of power into high RPM in 8th gear. So I think Michele D'Alessandro, who's right ahead, is now currently trying to put in a qualifying lap in as well. Having a gap to me of about 7/10 at the minute. As there's Stadler behind following me. Could be the stream that is bouncing up and down in the FPS here. Not necessarily though. I've just now put in the FPS reader in the top right hand corner, so you can check for yourself whether it's the stream. However, I have to say stream is looking good, as I just try to generate a tiny little bit of a gap. So having a good gap to the cars ahead now is very vital on this 2017 spec car. So power is turned up. Brake bar is set. Tiny bit better exit out of 4. Still not purple though.
Nice try, Eric.
Now picking up the dirty air of the car ahead through Cobb's corner. Only just, but there is no real dirty air effect as such, as you have seen. Oh dear. You have to really brutally get the car around this this cornery section. And you feel like losing a bit of control there, despite the probably you don't. But it feels like it. Well, Jean-Baptiste, I have to say that the 2018 car will probably be not too much different from the 2017 car in real life. However, you're absolutely right, and that was the reason why Formula Simracing was racing a 2009 specification car last year. Yes, so we're looking more forwards to use 2017 rule to...
Yeah, so it's got, like, I can't remember the exact settings, like 3,000–4,000% wear or something for the engine. So you can't complete the race.
Not even on the start?
Well, if you used it in the race at some point, it will probably kill your engine.
Yeah, it's not meant to be used during the race at all.
Like, yeah, even if you just use it for one straight, you won't damage your engine enough, because the engine only lasts 2 hours anyway.
maybe you can use it, but your own risk. You have mix 5.
It will basically be like networks and Miguel Alexander every race in 2016.
Fuck you.
No, it'd be like me in Malaysia 2016. On the final lap, the engine just goes. Psh.
Yeah, that was a good race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bad
it was
exit
for you,
out of
'cause you
4.
got bloody podium because I still came 8th or something, which was quite good. And that was the only good race of the season for you, wasn't it?
Brazil as well.
Oh yeah, Brazil. But again, that's only because George, Felipe, and myself
I did
ripped.
That was a good exit though. Onto the old start finish straight.
With boost.
And this time around just threw it away at cops.
3.
3.5.
Oh dear.
I didn't complete the fourth one. I did sector 2. Then at the last corner. Woo!
Yeah, I was on my 3rd lap, but I ran out of fuel before I could tell.
But I didn't use it in the alpha. So it's 3.5 proper lap.
So you can maybe do a 2
4
lap stint in quali.
Yes. Well, it will be slow anyway.
Yes,
Oh dear.
it's possible.
But just a few chances left to finally get in a lap. That's applicable
Guys,
enough.
what wings are you using?
42.
Thank you.
Same here.
42 and what in a row?
Both.
As we get blue flags on that past the car on the inside, just Bojan Bogdanov. That's a good reminder. I'm already in that voice chat, and I want an excuse for some kind of language to be used there. I'm not really in control of that, either can I do a lot about it. Nevertheless, to get good information, I need to be on that channel. And I'm now just turning on the engine mode. Get the brakes ready for turn 1. Just a bit on the bias again. And then go racing. And hopefully be able to make a good lap this time. This time's gonna be enough for purple, I think. Also a good exit around here, which is great. Now just bring it home. Good through cops.
Oh, we're gonna have to fuel save.
In mixture
well,
3, maybe not.
We mixture 3. I'm able to do the entire race.
But on other tracks,
Yeah, as I said,
it's so simple.
Yes.
lost a lot of time through that cornery section.
Alright track on fuel. Like in Singapore, you might have to go down to mix 2.
No, you have to go mix 2, and probably maybe some mix 1 as well.
Anyway, going around final corner to take
So if anyone
best
is in
time
the
here around.
server, this is probably your time to join. There's only
So,
a couple of minutes left before
some
qualifying.
little time to go till qualifying. Oops, we go out the way and probably chill a little bit. Yeah, Robert, that would be really rude, wouldn't it be? So, yeah, taking a little chill. Currently sitting there in the place at the sun.
Is there an expected strategy? Like, is softs meant to go for this long?
No, I mean, ideally we want like over everyone here to sort of use a range of the 3 tyres, so that there's there's no point everyone doing the softs. It'll be good if some people do softs, some people do medium, some do hard.
Hard. Oh.
Super hard.
Well, we will not have Formula 1 2017 hard. We will have hard that can be used, and not be so slow that are useless. We are basically trying to do Formula 1 2018. They will have 3 compounds, and they will probably use all of 3 compounds in the race.
Yeah,
they can go softer and do more stop, or they go harder and they do less stop. Yeah. We don't want like 2017 one picks softer and soft. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the tyres are too hard this year, so if you could easily one stop on the 2 softer compounds, then there's obviously no point using the hardest one. But I mean, I don't know if you're even going to be able to one stop with our hard tyres.
Before the last update, the hard tyres could do 2.5 races.
We have to open the window.
Races, yeah, probably.
Yeah, about 0.4% per lap on Silverstone. On the front left.
I'm trying to. There was one race this year. It was at one of the races that was quite short, and I'm pretty sure someone did like 50 laps on not even the no in real life, but not even on the hardest compound. So that means the hardest compound would have done a race and a half, you know.
Well, that's why they never used it.
Yeah.
So, waiting to get that.
I think that was somebody from Force India, wasn't it?
Can't remember.
Who else?
I mean, it's probably in Montreal or Austria where there's like 70 odd laps. I'm pretty sure.
Was it Felipe Giro?
2016. He's good at saving tyres.
That's a good name.
I don't know how he does it. Oh shit. Server's moving, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Don't say that.
I haven't done it.
Oh yeah, okay. Don't leave just yet. So basically, me and Michaela just wanted to say a couple of things first. So I'll restart the session. Don't worry. Basically, the aim for today is not. We don't care who wins the race. We don't care anything about results. We just want you to know and learn how to drive the car and give us relevant feedback. So, for instance, don't rev out the engine. The green light on the steering wheel is fine in terms of usage and performance. Yeah, and with the tires, I saw a lot of people being very aggressive on the turning for the tires, and you can actually use the gears, for instance. You can use a higher gear than you'd think in the corners, and it keeps the car more settled, and you don't move the car around. And that is sort of the way that you're going to have to drive. There's a lot of people sort of over pushing, and if you do that, you're not going to be able to finish the race. And hopefully today, if you do finish the race, then you should see that it's going to be difficult if you drive in that way. If you do not want to do the full race, then we do ask that you at least go to half distance, so lap 26, and have about 70 litres left in the tank, which is half.
73.
Oh, 73, yeah, sorry, 73, which is about half.
It's because we want to see, basically, if you use more fuel, of course you will be faster, and we don't want that, because we can compare tire degradation of tires. We want to understand if there is room for different strategies. We don't want the same strategy every race. And if you use more fuel, of course, it looks like you are faster, and we cannot understand. Anyway, at the end of the event, I will be able to see the log. I will use it just to see why how compounds work. So I will be able to see all your fuel and all your wear. And well, that's it. I will just do it not because I want to spy. So it's nothing regarding the speed. It's more about to understand how tires are working, because we really didn't do a lot of stints right now, so we don't know.
Yeah, and also for today, only use the soft, medium, and hard compounds. So just whatever tire strategies you want, but don't use the super soft and ultra soft because they're not going to be used at this track, so it's useless data. So only go as soft as the soft compound, please. Also, the engine boost, there's boost 1 and boost 2, but boost 2, the quali boost, is only for quali. It has stupid engine wear, and if you use it in the race, you won't be able to get to the finish. But it's good enough to use for 1, maybe 2 quali laps maximum. And on the fuel mixture, this is what you should be potentially changing throughout the race. At this track, you should be able to do the whole race on mixture 3, which is race 1. On other tracks, you may have to go down, but at this track, you should be able to do the whole thing on mixture 3, race 1.
Slipstream has been increased compared to the previous build, and it should be a bit more. This year has not been changed, so give feedback when you stop. Give feedback in the forum or Discord, wherever you want, but give us some feedback about the car, tires, and fuel mixer, everything, please. Well, I think we can go quali now.
There's already some feedback, I think. To less 30, eh?
I think this year is fine. Yesterday I did some laps behind guys, and it was quite good. You just need to manage. We don't want, from one side, we don't want extremely high DTR, because if you have too much DTR, then you cannot follow, you cannot overtake. But we don't want zero DTR, because it's always a high downforce car and it creates a lot of DTR. So it's not normal to have zero DTR with these cars. In the other way, but we want to have some overtakes. We will try to set the slipstream to allow some overtakes, but not overtake in the middle of the straight.
Okay. And I think you can just let the session run. 15 minutes should be enough for 12.
Well, for me it's fine.
Yeah, for 12 laps to be set.
This is quali. Do whatever you want. This is quali straight. I don't know about Parc Fermé. That's we will check anyway later, because
I'm not sure this is in the server that we would run a race on anyway.
Okay, so
I'm not sure.
Well, it doesn't matter. If there is Parc Fermé, we will remove it. We will restart. Doesn't really matter.
Assume there is Parc Fermé.
Okay.
I can't.
So, there we go, that was a race briefing. Into the qualifying session we go, to hopefully qualify at a spot at the front somewhere.
Is there an optimum tire temperature?
I have no idea. But in rFactor, it doesn't really work like that. It's more that if you don't heat them too much, or you have to understand how much can you heat them, how much can you over push them, or if you have to heat. I think if you do the very slow outlap, you won't have the good grip for your proper lap.
Right, so there we go. Pictures are a little bit stuttery, I agree. So, finishing first sector. A little bit bad exit there. Nevertheless, I think we're still on a good run. DRS wide open, 4 hanger straight. Lost a bit through Stowe. Twitchy on that exit curb. Going over the line with a 126.6. Putting us in provisional pole position for now. But as you know, that's nowhere gonna be enough. Anyway, I quickly save that set and go off and turn down a little bit more graphic settings. Right, this will look a bit more weird. Nevertheless, it's just for performance reasons. And I mean, you guys know it's rFactor 2 and it's running on DX9 here. Got the GeForce GTX 970. Nevertheless, the sim is quite hard on the hardware itself. Anyway, coming back towards the server, and I think I can do a better lap time than 26.6. As I would like to welcome you guys here again on that stream. I'm really happy for you to be here to join me on the racing day. And yeah, have some little bit of fun with me together. Yeah, Dragon, I think you need Steam in order to get rFactor 2, since it's a full Steam available application. And I think meanwhile most of the content is being spread out through Steam, through the workshop. Which is a very good way to do it though. Definitely a good side for the game publisher as having some sort of control. As well as the possibility for third-party content modders to bring up stuff in the workshop. Wheel-wise, I'm using a Logitech G29 here, which is working apparently really good. I'm kind of satisfied with it, especially looking towards the price of around 200 euros on Black Friday this year. So I'm trying to ask to answer questions though, that's for sure. Nevertheless, with this racing event going on, and we looking a bit more for competition and for more seriousness, I won't be really able to answer all of your questions if they pop in more frequently, just so you know. Other than that, obviously I'm fine answering your questions here. So let's see, after 2 or 3 minutes of absence from the server, whether we are still running in provisional pole position. I highly doubt it. Yeah, Xavier, thank you very much. Appreciate your hint and your willingness to help me on the FPS settings. Probably will have to look for a solution on that, as I'm still... Where am I running? I'm still running in the top position, just in front of Michele De Alessandro by 10,000ths of a second. So definitely looks good to some extent. As the track rubbers down a lot at the minute, I have to say, so the lap times definitely is going to be increased. Nevertheless, running here in position 1 at the minute is definitely doing some confidence here. Oh yeah, time. That's interesting you say it. Personally, I have heard a lot of Thrustmasters to break apart, sadly. And I knew Logitech has produced a very good G25 for me. That was in service for around 6 or 7 years, before now more or less breaking apart. So, hence why I kept the hand with Logitech here. But it's definitely worth it, just as Dragon said. Those Thrustmaster wheels in general are quite good too. As we now turn on the power. Thank you very much, Danielle, appreciate it. So, going for the next qualifying run. Yeah, that was interesting way to let people go there. So, quickly going out for the next attempt. Since time is kind of short. I mean, you have to deal with the traffic, there's not a lot you can really do about it. Just need to give reasonable amount of space. And you're fine. So now Michele D'Alessandro has it done into first place, around 2/10 quicker than I did. Well, yeah, Dragon, usually I like it when there is a little bit more strength and force on the wheel. So I do not like turning a wheel too easy. Just not suits me, I think. Because I think with some force being applied you can do more accurate steering. As we turn up the engine mixture again, try to stay away from the car following behind and not get handed a blue flag. There it was though. So the best way of defense is to go away quickly at the front. And that was me gliding a bit off that hairpin exit. Tiny bit better exit out of this corner though. So let's see what we can do, especially in the last sector. Definitely trying to carry all the speed and go aggressive. Yeah, that was too aggressive here on that curb. So, another time, exit it and go again. So, I think you really can see that it is quite difficult to really nail in the laps here. As this is probably going to be my last chance. Fighting back on Michele there. Nevertheless, I really do know that was important. Get a clean run, as we're soon gonna be attacked by blue flags in the back. So it's Matthewson in behind already. I'm not going to ignore the blue flags totally though. Just trying to give him the slipstream basically. Oh, this corner is really bad for me. As this time the exit was quite good. Need to make that home. There's no chance to open another lap. Not perfect though. That will not get me into pole position, I'm sure. Nope, the last corner just was too bad. But second place is a good way to start into the race, if it stays like this. Hopefully. So, waiting for the qualifying session to fully finish. Nevertheless, we put it full fuel already. And we gonna see how tires will behave in that race. Have it race mode 1. Oh, we go wet race fuel mix, so that will definitely give us a good fuel consumption throughout the in-lap to then put on the engine power for the start. As I quickly gonna be away for 1 or 2 minutes before then we go. No, we just do the warm-up in before to get used to this high fuel run. Gonna look at pit entry, look where the pit box is and everything. That was a decent lap of him. Nice job, Michele. What a surprise.
Well, I had to drive to touch the mold. For sure.
Let me guess, Michele's pole, is it?
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Considering I've got a broken wheel,
Shut
1.3 off Mick's not bad.
Excuses, excuses.
Come on.
These are my
I only have 180 degrees
We
of
don't know.
line.
We don't know.
180 degrees. What the hell?
Yeah, it's 90 degrees each side. It's so hard.
Yeah, shut up!
I'm still loading on mine.
We don't trust you, Cameron.
You don't trust me? How?
We never did.
Yeah, Mick.
Well, I can send you a video. It's quite funny to drive.
You can trust Cameron more than me. You don't trust. I'm not trusted by anyone, to be honest.
You can you can see what happened on my fastest lap.
No,
I can't.
No, you can't.
Who came out of Stoke? He spun in front of me. Did three or four 360s. Suddenly, she disappeared at the braking zone. So I kind of lost half a second there.
Something I've realised in quali with this car is like when you're rolling around in like mix one, boost one on the outlap, you're going so much slower than the guys on the fast lap that they come up really quick compared to other cars.
James Sadler came up behind me on the last lap, right? I mean, on his quali lap, and I was at last corner, and I did not see him until like he literally just flew into my mirrors.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Matt Tucson. Sorry to that. Because I was just going through the S's and all of a sudden coming out of Chapel, he was right behind me.
I better look out for him then.
No, these are my first quali laps I've ever done. And I forgot to use DRS on 2 laps.
In this new car. Lawrence, in this new car.
Oh yeah, in this car on this track, it's my first ever quali laps.
Alright.
And on my first lap I forgot, it was 1 lap. My first lap I forgot to use DRS.
It was about to get worse. Mans are coming.
Guys, 1 second. Anything to say about the car in quali? Any issue? Something issue?
The gearing.
Power.
Yeah, the gearing is weird. I don't really understand it fully yet. Because I understand what Cameron was saying earlier about using high gears into corners, and I was watching you, Michaela, and I was like, I didn't know that.
I was talking about in the race.
But I use the same gears in the race. Well, I used the last lap, the 6th at the end of the sector 2, but it's just because it's VU8, it's VU6, they use it like that. They use high gears because it's useless to use low. You waste more fuel. It's not that you have more power. It's not a VU8.
And I was using gear 2 for the second.
I never use second.
No.
I use second gear to come out of the pits.
Yeah.
No, I use the 3rd.
The final chicane, I'm 3rd, and then short shift to 4th through the 2nd apex.
I used 2nd for the, the first sector, the tight left after the right.
Turn 4, yeah.
Yeah, I used gear 2 for that as well. Is that bad?
Yeah, use 3rd.
And normally, when it comes to the tight corners, I always be in 2nd just to make sure I get some stability out of the corner. Because if I'm in reverse going out the corner, I go oversteer, I just run out.
Yes, but it's just because you are the start with the car. Because if you get used, I think 3rd is faster and safer for.
You have the torque in 3rd gear. I mean, coming off the pit limiter, we're doing what, like 80 k's, 90 k's, and you can just pull away in like 4th, 5th gear easy.
Well, that's too extreme.
So basically, don't use 2nd gear in the race.
I'm not using it. I will test it probably by myself. But
I used it a lot, and I just used 3, and it's so much better.
Yep.
Right.
So what gear through tight corners should you use apart from 2nd gear?
I didn't understand. Sorry.
What gear should you use through tight corners without actually using 2nd gear?
3rd then.
Mind you, you need some good traction out of the corner and some good revving.
Well, I mean, like Luffield, I've been taking that in 4th, and it's quite nice.
Right.
But with higher fuel, it's a bit difficult to get the front in. But in quali, it was 4th quite easily because you even though you drop quite low down, you have the torque.
Yeah.
And then you don't get mad wheel spin because you don't have all the power at once.
Right, I'll try 4-3 left field then.
Although, yeah, as I said, that's in quali. In the race, it wasn't so simple to do that.
Right. You're not in warm-up yet now, are they?
Yeah, we got.
Govend using gloves makes in if you got sweaty hands like me have. So with the sweatiness, it's gonna be located in the gloves, and I still got the feel with no.
What did you just say?
With no slip on the wheel.
Man's here.
Oh, see, I thought
so that's great.
Roadman.
That's a great meme.
Oh yeah. Okay, so for the race,
in a minute.
Start with a full tank of fuel, because A, you need it, and B, we want to test with the fuel. Sorry, the tire wear at higher fuel.
How many liters?
It's 146 is full tank.
Yes, please, guys. All use 146. We will do also the formation lap. I will see.
Find out if you cheat.
Yes, so it's not. There's no point to win this race to cheat because I will find out anyway.
And this is just for data to make the car better. So there's no point on just going around on 100 liters thinking that you're, 2 seconds lap quicker.
Well, I'm already disqualified anyway.
Tell this to Matusa with 30.1.
30.1. Nice boost.
Anyway, there's no point to disqualify me for winning a race anyway because I'm as slow as hell anyway.
Have you done any practice, Ron?
No.
Ah.
Well, that's why I'm using the warm up.
Yes.
That's why I'm using the warm.
Anyway,
to get some mileage.
We wait now 5 minutes because also Mark is coming now.
Invulnerability is on, so if you want to have a better chance finishing the race, can you turn it on? But if you do, please still be careful and not hitting other people, okay? Because we don't want to make someone spin and then ruin their tyre spin, okay?
Nope.
This isn't about winning, it's about testing and getting good data.
Yay.
So it's bumper cars, yeah?
So, Michael, thank you very much.
Like
I've just got a notification on my
testing the most ridiculous
phone.
strategy, so...
Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Michael.
We know that.
Love your support. Love everyone's support here being on the stream. And for those gonna think BES is more entertainment, go ahead. Nevertheless, we're gonna race quite soon.
Metal really won't have any grip though.
Super ultra.
Ventriloquist mediums.
Right, do we start when the warm-up is finished, or...?
We are waiting Marco, then for me we can immediately go.
Go.
Is Marco driving?
I think he will drive, yes.
I just need to download the RF mod and then I can be...
Is it chasing pavements again?
Mars, if you join the server, it should just work.
No, it's just that I know it takes forever.
Oh, okay, you already did it.
So I'm having to...
So
you can send it directly if you want.
We just keep doing some laps in that car in order to stay a bit more focused, and obviously to get used to high fuel load.
What, 30 cars on the server?
That's like a normal pro race in 2017.
Yep.
Doesn't feel any different.
I like a normal VWC Formula Challenge race in 2013.
Nick, read what James said.
So it's 141 litres, yeah?
46.
146.
Okay.
And you will need it, because even say the formations lap is 2 litres, so you have 144 at the start line, then that means you have 2.76, which is about right for boost. Mixture 3 boost one.
Max power mixture 3. Okay.
The mixture 3 should be fine, but obviously, if you think you're not going to get to the end, then just drop it down to mix 2 for a little bit.
Okay. Right. Man's going out on track, and God have mercy on all your souls.
Big shot.
Big shot. Radio 1 is still playing that, it's quite bad.
That's crazy. Do they still play that in clubs?
I haven't heard it in the club yet, and I'm so glad.
It was crazy when I went. Oh my gosh. Back to testing now.
He's joining.
I've never seen so many people.
Oh, shit! Who's that from I didn't see the man from Miami just then. Who's that?
Did you end someone? Please be
no,
You're 1 minute on track and already
already crushed me.
Help me.
Something tells me this isn't
Just keep it clean.
My front left is now 14% deficit to any other tires.
Yeah, if you steer more, you're gonna have less. Well, got it?
No. You mean less rev per lap? Yes.
No, I was being sarcastic.
I found out who it is.
Basically,
Yeah,
if you compare a race lap in real life to a quali lap, in a race they steer quite a lot less than in quali, because they have to manage the front. Especially if you watch tracks like Silverstone, Spa, they are really careful, because the front just die. It's smaller than the rear, also in ratio compared to 2014-15. So it's harder to manage the front. So you have to steer quite little in the race, because if you steer like you're doing quali, then after 5 laps you have like 10% less in the front.
So
I will say this: the car is very slippery.
I'm gonna tell later.
Well, the first
Pretty sure setup can change that.
The car is slippery when you get out on track.
There's a setup on the forum, Ron.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Also, guys, just keep in mind that the model isn't optimized for FPS. So at the start, it may drop down quite a bit.
Oh, frame rate, yeah.
Yeah, so just kind of be careful.
The car was floating on, teleporting on the grid yesterday as we did some 5-lap trial races.
I'm so sorry, Michele.
Doesn't matter.
Ron, I sent you the setup that is on the forum.
Thanks, Cam.
So, strategy-wise,
please, everyone, just be careful. Try not to spin. And
I'm gonna tell soon.
I mean, I can't guarantee.
I think my tires can.
I know. I'm just saying.
Be a good meme.
Especially at the start, there is 30 people.
With the way this car handles on high fuel, then I don't think I'm going to have a fun time.
How do we start with this car? Because I've never did this.
To be honest, I got no idea. Is there even launch control?
Yeah, there is launch control.
Yeah, there's launch control.
I don't actually have a button.
It's quite decent, actually. I won't lie to you, it's quite decent.
I'm the Welsh Andrea Montermini.
Mano, first or second?
Third.
I think.
Does anyone know who Andrea Montermini is?
You what?
Does anybody know who Andrea Montermini is?
He sounds like a an opera singer or something.
He was a former Formula 1 driver from 1996 who drove for 40. Crap driver.
E-Day?
Actually, you know what? Taki E-Day. No, not E-Day. Taki Inui. Taki Inui is better. Is it?
Taki Inui is better because he got hit by yeah. Chris, are you coming back?
Oh, well done, Michi, making the world a better place.
Yeah, Robert, indeed. Of course. Very important. Every little kilogram of weight, every little gram of weight, everything harming. Thank you very much indeed, Cody. Thanks for watching. Remember to support those guys later in the AOR race. They're doing AOR Formula 1 2017 tonight, I think. So our team has been announced
I've not got an idea how the fuck you use launch
on our Facebook site, so make sure to follow them. They are streaming their race from their point of view, and I wish you guys having a lot of fun watching them in the Racing League top split at AOR, as we're, I think, about to get ready soon. And strategy wise, I'm gonna see where the tires take me.
So engine radiator is okay on
This is fine, we didn't do it yet. With one is more than enough.
Okay.
We'll set it later.
And probably gonna do at least one stop, putting it on medium. And then we will see whether we're gonna do another set of options, so soft in the end.
Well, we've got to adjust the steering lock. And as a result, I collided with the pit wall coming out.
Michael, I just got 1% on that. Is that okay? Is that normal?
With what
or
time?
am I not going fast enough? Mediums.
Only 1% in one lap?
Yeah.
Well, that's
a bit low. But...
When do those tires drop off anyway, percentage-wise, on the tires?
Yes, they have, it's more about tire degradation.
Michael, keep my eye on you.
Where will show you how much are you sliding, how much are you driving bad or well, or what is your balance. But in general, you have more tire degradation, so you lose more grip from degradation of the tire, not from the wear that you see in the.
Yeah, but where's the tire designed to fall apart? Like in 2016, that the tires fell apart at 40% or something?
I cannot hear you anymore, but I think I got your question, but I don't know. I didn't try the entire thing.
Okay, make sure you have a full tank of fuel, and everyone do like a range of, some people go on mediums if you want, or hards, softs, whatever.
I span out to the loop.
Whoa. And before you stop on lap 10 to go to hards and then win a race in the season.
So, being on the grid, already get medium tires elected.
Meme. Yeah, that would be a good meme, you know what I mean?
Okay, is everyone on the grid?
So power is down to 1. And guys, even if you might drop out at some point, could you keep talking considerably low for the rest of the guys still racing?
Whoa, what's going on?
There are a few people still in the pit lane, by the way.
Yeah, mine's still loading for some reason.
Restart.
Yeah.
Come and restart.
Yeah.
So some little.
I think you have to go to warm up.
Oh, he's pending a session.
I've got synchronized.
Can I start at the very back, please?
Just start from the pit.
You weren't on the in quali, so you should be at the back of the grid anyway.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Are we in warm up? Yeah.
Wait, Luke. We have to wait, Luke.
Well,
no, Luke Maguire. He messaged me. He's not coming.
Okay.
Okay. So, second chance.
What's a safe brake duct to use?
I don't think there is. They are quite good, so you can keep one, I think. We didn't check no brake duct, no engine duct for now.
Right.
Okay. So, if you can you mute your microphone or put it on a push to talk or something? And if you crash or something, please don't scream.
Okay, good luck.
And also, if there is an incident, don't get annoyed with each other in the chat, please.
Don't use Q mode, quali mode for a boost.
Yeah, you won't be able to finish the race.
You shouldn't.
Oh,
you can try.
I was synchronizing. I'm stuck in the pits. Oh fuck.
Start from the pit.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I will start from the pit.
I had the synchronizing as well, but just click race. So, it's a lot about fuel saving here on the in-lap now. So we do have plenty of fuel left.
So the fuel level that you want at the line is about 144.
There you go. So you need to do a lot of fuel saving in the in-lap.
That is going to be.
Well, that should be quite manageable if you put it into wet mix.
If you use high gears in formation, does it save fuel?
Yeah, but
course,
remember that tires are quite cold.
Tire wear is crazy though, so, well, not crazy, but can be.
Liam, weaving doesn't really do anything. Because they just cool down straight away. Yeah, they cool down straight away. If you do it before you park up, then yeah.
I think core tires have a big effect on these cars, to be honest.
Remember about your brakes.
I'm going to stick to the right hand side of the hangar straight because I went off. Just to get back in the 23rd.
Alright, let's keep talking to a minimum. Please be safe, thank you.
So, brake temperature is okay. So is tire temperature, at least at the back. We engage launch control and pull up the power. And then see what we are going to do. The P29 guy takes the P29 guy takes a little bit of time.
Come on, Ron.
And then we are ready to race. So keeping that second place, go into neutral or into standard fuel mix. And we're looking to stay in touch with Michele De Alessandro for a minute. As dirty air is quite an effect here, I have to say, with a heavy car. Definitely want to look after the tires a bit. I should not touch that curb.
That was a 1:38.17.
So Michele D'Alessandro definitely pulling away somewhat fast. Not sure whether I'm too conservative on the tires here. He uses a different set on race day, he said though.
The lap was a 1:32.80.
We happily got some DRS. So we definitely gonna make use of that. That was about it with DRS, I think. Trying not to take it too hard on these tires.
The lap was a 1:32.55.
Happily another DRS around here. And the DRS is really massive on the time gain, that's for sure. We really need to take care of these tires a little bit more, I think. And we got DRS for Hanger Straight, which is great. Oh, don't do that too often. Will not just kill the tires, but can make me spin off quite badly. Nevertheless, we try to stay in touch. Currently running in the fuel mode that we need, which saves us some fuel at the minute. You have to be incredibly careful not to destroy anything here. As it's
Ivan,
a
you
front
don't
left,
need to be so aggressive.
that suffers a lot here. But I'm sure that Michele D'Alessandro ahead has less tire wear than I have. I think I'm pushing the car way more than he does.
The lap was a 1:32.55.
Oh. That was bad.
Come on.
Buddy.
Sorry, Cam.
You didn't do anything.
Yeah, but it's incredibly hard. As soon as you hit like...
No, soy carrera, chao. Lárgate.
7 or 8 tenths, you definitely feel a loss of front downforce on the car. As I'm going to upgrade the wings. On the front by 1 click. There you go.
The lap was a 1:32.95. The lap was a 1:32.3.
As we said, fastest time of fastest lap time of the race. Definitely being a lot closer now to Michele ahead. Oh yeah, the last little slide was really bad, as my DRS didn't open. We just...
The lap was a 1:32.65.
So we're out of DRS right now. I think... Oh no, in the braking zone. We got that back for an excessive amount of tire usage though. Front left really starting to scream.
The lap was a 1:32.48.
Oh dear.
Ali, that was funny.
That should not be touched the grass.
Contacts, for fuck's sake.
Sorry about the language here being used by the other guys as well. So depending on the tire weight of the medium, I think this could end up being a one-stop race.
1:32.48.
What's the percentage for the softs when they go off?
We don't know.
The lap was a 1:32.40.
Good awareness there of that back marker, Wilson. I'm still of the opinion that Michele has last tire wear here. As we now can try to make an overtake.
Fucking hell, man.
Nope, just losing too much ground here in those cornery sections.
That was a 1:32.64. The lap was a 1:32.42.
Oops. That definitely caused a lot of momentum. And now the front wear is definitely going a bit much. So gap to Iris is 10 seconds. I think I'm lacking a little bit grip in the slow turns. I think that could have to do with the Ackermann setting, but I think is normal here. Because for me, Michele ahead, goes much more easier on those tires, or can go a lot more easier around those corners. Well, I'm now really cooking the fronts badly. little bit closer again now.
The lap was a 1:32.35.
Bit too much time was lost. So we're definitely looking around to do at least 20 laps. Oh, what was that? Now we can have a chance, I think. Oh dear, too bad. Maybe was trying to go a little bit too fast through that turn 3 there. Nope. As now went me wide. Just need to stick in the RS window, which I do.
Mike, it might be nice to know your fuel level, so maybe people can see what their targets are.
I have 97 liters.
I have 100. 98 and a half.
I will tell you the end. At the end I have 97.0.
That was
48.60 well.
1:33.49.
Sorry, Mark, I didn't see you there.
I think we're gonna split strats and go box. As we come out in front of Sadler, I presume. I'm not too sure at the minute though. Because splitting it to a 2-stop might not be the best opportunity.
1:33.27.
Well, we have to do it 1-stop. No, I'm going for box now. Since the front tires are too bad, I think. Well, I don't know. I mean, they're still going around those fast corners quite quickly. I mean, people are doing one stop anyway, so I want to look into keep it within the same specs. Although the car's really understeery now. Want to have one clean lap now.
That was a 1:30.
And see
0.15.
the real time difference. I mean, also speaking about the possibility of an undercut, I think we better take the pit here.
I don't know if this is right. I've lost 8% in roughly 5 laps on mediums.
So that will be our target.
Doesn't sound that bad.
Just because before...
1 and a bit percent.
Yeah, that sounds a bit... That sounds like something that Hearts should be on.
Yeah, exactly.
Michele, what's your front tire wear?
39.
I'm on the hards and I'm doing like 1% a lap.
Yeah, but I'm on mediums, so it just sounds a bit off to me.
Like
Yeah,
I'm in
21.
hard, my pace is I'm going quicker and quicker.
So,
Yeah.
Like
going
I'm
box.
in 143 low, but I keep.
I'm at 23 at the front now.
That was a 1.
Running in your dirty air didn't help it too much.
1.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. I was in dirt, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It sounds like something hard tires should be doing.
Yeah, after 20 laps I haven't even used 20% of my tyres, so...
Yeah, probably it's too low.
So, since we are now again on the option tire, we probably have to do a lot of pushing. Let's see to not destroy those tires too hard then. But probably need to find a way around Conti ahead. As I do know that Conti definitely will just do one stop, I think. Since he is also part of the modding team, he knows the mod very well. Oh, I might be wrong though.
That was a 1:45.61.
need to conserve the tires even more a bit. Yeah, Dylan, you're right. I simply forgot to switch to the medium because I did in the first race. I immediately switched it to medium, but session got restarted. So right now probably I just got confused. Nevertheless, switching strategies mean also switch driving style.
The lap was a 1:31.06.
Go left, Michi.
Thanks. Oh, I didn't make that publicly. Wait. Thank you.
Just on that 31.5 on mediums.
So we're back in second.
And I used roughly 1%.
So D'Alessandro definitely going for one stop, I assume. With his tyre wear and his expertise, should be easily stretching those tires. As we will see how long this soft will carry us now, since we're definitely looking towards doing another stint with medium tires. Which we're checking that is set. Yes, that's correctly. So uncheck the pit thing. Go down on the power setting again. So driving this year's car is definitely a lot more stress in the cockpit. You're clicking buttons all the time. And adjusting things. And I'm really going, and Cobb's corner's already flat out, and now I'm really going to be interested whether D'Alessandro will come up ahead, or whether we made that undercut work on him. To my understanding, the pit window should be about 20 seconds.
The lap was a 1:30.61.
Don't know who I was, but that was a bit dangerous.
Yes, I'll go back.
If somebody's doing penalties, can you remove mine? This is Chris.
The
I can't really while driving. Sorry.
30.85.
I assume no one's willing to give me the password to do
Felix?
penalties. He's not on the server.
Not at the moment. I can do it.
Someone spun here. And with a little bit more front wing and the lighter car.
Ah, there is black only, so you don't have to serve it. It won't disqualify you. It should.
Oh no.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, that obviously was bad for my race.
Are you not supposed to?
Not just for my race, also for my tyres.
I don't think it will disqualify you, but
Yeah, it's black only.
So we need to really discount like 10
so I
seconds
assume
in
it's
the
no
end
DQ.
to see the real outcome of my strat.
No, that's not true.
As I'm now having issues with rattling on the wheel though.
You will disqualify. No, yes,
Two corners.
Until I
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I got 24 laps in. Hopefully that gives you some data, but with my crap driving, it probably won't matter.
If you know the
you really can see the
you yourself and start.
flat spots now.
No, that's okay.
The lap was a 1:39.66.
Michaela, have you pit stopped yet?
No.
Okay, so you can definitely do the whole race on hard tyres then. Because we're halfway through and my worst is 65 and I'm butchering the tyres.
So still very important now to make up time to come out of pits ahead of D'Alessandro to in
Does
the end
anybody have a
maybe have
penalty I need to clear?
any chance of attacking on him. Thank you, Cameron.
I do.
Who's that?
David.
So need to
Santos?
push hard.
Or
Actually, talking about the day, yeah, it's actually quite good. But I'm finding myself stuck behind Victor right now.
Yeah, I haven't been that close. Can you actually follow through the S's?
Not really.
Yeah.
You are betraying your tires.
I'm stuck behind him. Can't get a good exit speed. Well, normal exit. Yeah, DRS is good though.
yeah, DRS isn't overpowered.
That was a 1:31.00.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't need to go any higher.
No. I think the slipstream is good as well.
I think it's all a bit too strong.
No, but these cars, well, 2018, 2017 spec cars create so much weight, don't they? So I think it's quite realistic.
Yeah, but we don't necessarily want to replicate no passing situations.
Sure.
And only DRS. We'd like to see action throughout the lap.
DRS is a bit too low.
Well, I did a pass around the outside of Dimitri before DRS. So I guess it's possible. You just need to
Yeah, but Michi was
strategy and decide where you need to push and where you need to save your tires in order to get
Yes, but I did a mistake. Michi was 4 times behind me, didn't overtake. So it's a bit. In general, it's not possible to overtake. It's too hard to overtake right
The lap
now.
was
Now my time is
1:30.95.
What percentage?
20, but more tire degradation, I think, but I'm not sure.
So if he wouldn't have spun, that would have been 8 seconds gap now to him. Nevertheless, it's just 18, and we really need to make sure to get a little closer so he comes out in behind.
We definitely need to tweak the tower because there's nothing. It doesn't exist.
It is a bit weird though, because if you drive quite smoothly, there's none. But if you push a little bit, then you just start going ridiculously high. It's quite sensitive.
It's how they should do. But even if you manage, you shouldn't be able to do 30 laps with stuff.
We got like 1% tower, honestly.
Yeah, the 30
pits.
laps should probably be the mediums.
No, hard.
Well, I guess if you want 2 stops hard, yeah.
Well, I stopped on lap 15, 14, and obviously now we're at lap 29, and I'm only on 71% right now on medium.
And I think I only just make it ahead of him. Very important here.
Kids, can you remove me drive-through, please?
Yeah. That's Lorenz, right?
No, Michele.
Oh no, I'm not gonna remove yours.
No, I don't have a... Wait, what?
There you go.
Thank you.
No worries, I'm gonna pit anyway again.
I will come with you, I want to do some flip.
So we kept him out of the DRS only just, which is
I
good.
can do mixture 4 the whole lap. But I am on hard, so I'm going a bit slow.
The lap was a 1:31.15.
Michele, did you spin?
No, I just wanted to beat. I want to touch some switching. Because I'm using again soft because medium and hard is pointless to use.
I took the soft by accident again. So anyway, that puts us into the lead of that race basically. With Michele D'Alessandro should have a penalty for speeding anyway, which is taken away from the admins, which is okay in a test race.
I don't know.
Just enable racing. Stuttering going on, oh dear.
For me, I could probably go about another 50 laps.
Man, I've got 89%, I could have 10 laps ago.
Medium?
Yeah.
I think the mediums are broken, to be honest with you.
Yeah, probably I will make soft the hard part.
Yep.
This race
That's
was
definitely a
not
good
super
choice.
soft, as in real life.
Yeah, but things we want this race to be super soft, medium, hard, so that's why we tested with it.
That was a 1:31.20.
So there's Conti in behind 15 seconds, and we need to increase that gap to around 18 or 20. Staying ahead. In front of him in that race, taking on a fresh set of medium, and then we should have the tire advantage. As we still need to look a little bit more about fuel for the remaining 20 laps that will be after that one. And we're probably gonna box quite soon. So we can exploit the power of those mediums. Better to not spin again, as Conti is flying really bad. So I do think he is on another set on options as well. Is Conti in here?
No.
So Michele D'Alessandro is flying as well. I just need to time that second pit stop really good. However, they are racing on another set of softs towards the end as well.
64.
54.
60. Oh, I was about to say.
53.6.
Good. I was just about to get a heart attack. Well, I've got 55, so I'm good then.
I'm on 53.
According to my dash meter, I'm fine, yeah.
53 would do me fine, to be honest. Oh, I forgot to say, max power, I tried to use to get past, it didn't really make a big difference.
You mean the
it's
boost
not
2?
like a boost button.
No, boost 5.
Yeah, but it's not like a boost button. It'll just give you a little bit of time over the lap.
Alright, gotcha.
Yeah, it's not a push to pass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the intention.
I meant mix 5, sorry, by the way.
Yeah. I've twice used boost 2, and I'm gonna see if my engine dies.
Probably not.
Well, I used it when slipstreaming someone 2 times on the back straight.
Probably it won't, because the radiator is too good. You don't eat. So.
Are you gonna make the radiator less efficient then?
Yes, of course. But now it would be 1 in every race, even in Singapore with 30 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is 2. This should be like. We're on 29 ambient, aren't we? So this should be.
Why are we not getting the rest?
I'm on 1 radio and I'm 95 on oil.
Victor, the detection's well before the S's.
No, I'm not talking about now. I heard it before.
Say it again. What was the problem?
We're not getting DRS on Latkars.
I do. I got both.
I did on.
So guys, currently, despite the talking going
Victor,
on,
maybe a 1.001.
you wanna ask some questions? Shoot.
Are you planning to move over?
Yeah, I've only just got blue flag. Thank you very much.
Blue flag, honestly.
Wow.
What was the rule earlier?
Get that joke.
No, it's don't shout.
India 2013. What a race. Okay, that's quite a joke. I know I've got low fuel, but I've got 50%, 54% front left on hards and comps.
What was your lap time at the start and now? At the start of this thing, you.
Oh, I think 34s, and now if I actually do it, it's 30s.
1.41.
Hey Kevin, I'm using G29 pedals and wheel.
Mediums completely fall off a mountain.
Probably like soft around 20, even lower.
Well, yeah, the curve is probably the same, just at a different scale or a different rate.
Alright.
I can look at lap times if you need to, Nick.
Yeah, Xavier is still here, David.
Yeah, tell me
according to the chat.
Victor at medium, or what did you...
What lap?
In general, first 5 laps and then the last 5 laps of the thing.
First 5 laps, 34, 36, 36, 36, 35. This is Cam. Last 5 is 32, 33, 35, 32, 36. Let's look at Victor.
That consistency though.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful?
It's difficult. It's difficult, yes. Okay? I'm barely turning the steering wheel.
That's a really nice 180 group you have there.
Yeah. Victor, first 5 laps, 33.8, 33.6, 33.6. Same.
What's my lap times?
Last 5 is 31.1, 31.6, 31.5, 31.2.
Ooh, that's saucy.
That's Victor.
Wait, what time?
I don't know what he. What's he now? Medium now. I'm
what's my lap
started
time?
on softs.
This is Lorenz. What's my lap times? Last 5.
Uh, 31.5, 31.6, 31.5, 31.3, 31.4.
That's quite consistent.
31.6.
First 5 is 33.7, 33.6, 33.6, 32.9, 33.0. I'm not counting the very first lap.
I didn't know I was that consistent.
Right, we have
And I just did
at the end of the lap 15 laps to go. So I think now it's time to get on the medium.
Are you guys just in mixture 3 boost 1 all the time?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No, actually that saved some fuel, so...
Well, I've been mixture 4 the whole time and I'm doing 2.7 something.
Yeah, but you're running 2 seconds off the pace, so...
I mean, I'm sometimes turning up and down as I try to chase Michele.
I turned mine up too, Cam. I was on 4 when I retired.
Wait, hold on. What was Victor's last lap that you just done?
31.2.
So, going into the pits.
Because he's okay. I don't think this is right. I think the medium tire's broken a little bit because he pitted like laps after me, right? We're doing
the car radiator and duct settings radiator 2.
No, but neither am
duct
I,
size
that's my point,
1, I think.
Yeah, but the tyres are pretty consistent because your fuel load's dropping, so that that decreases your lap time.
Actually, I made a massive
tyres increase.
I probably lost shit loads of time.
Cars ahead.
6. Not good.
Hard to chase.
Victor the perfectionist.
I did a 31.6 as well. And what's your tyres on, Victor?
77.
I'm on 54.
Let's bring them up to temperature and see whether we can race them
32
hard.
too.
That's a good move on hard tyres.
Hard tyres 50%. Mixture 4 whole lap. 0.8. That was 0.86 though, because it was quicker.
In mix 3 I did 141.6 5 laps ago with hard. Fried mix.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. How many laps are to the end, guys?
Yep. 15. Oh, probably 14 feet.
No, so it's not 38 up there. So it's like 14 and a half, right?
Wait.
Marco's on lap 37.
He's completed 37 if you're in the menu on rFactor. That's completed laps.
My lap count is showing 37.8.
Yep, sounds right.
Yeah.
So, can we challenge them there ahead with those mediums? I mean, they're quite a bit slower than their softs.
2.
But they are fresh.
And you're keeping within fuel usage?
Yeah. I don't think it's me. I think it's just the fact that these tires might be a bit of a meme.
Well, yeah, we now know the mediums and hards are obsolete, really. If the softs can do 30 laps.
So, still trying to put them under pressure, but yeah, they're going away literally.
I didn't know the softs could do how many laps?
First.
Well, 20 for me.
I did 23, I think.
Although,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
you have to look at the lap times for the last few laps, but yeah.
I didn't know that was possible, to be honest.
I mean, even then that's, well, over a third of the race. On the, what's supposed to be the quickest tyre. When the
So, we're still
hardest tyre
trying
should be about half
to go
the race,
fast.
maybe from 2 stops.
But I think we're only matching them in speed.
30.7.
That is 31 dead, mediums.
Chris, does race view go back like forever, or is there a date that it cuts off or something?
I don't know.
Oh, I had max power for the last 2 laps.
I doubt he limits. I don't know.
Well, I was just thinking, could you have a look at what the hardest tyre did at Silverstone like last year, or this year?
Lawrence, is anybody catching us?
No. James Ella might be. You're slowly creeping away from me.
Nah.
I think the tire grip is kicking in.
Bit
now.
pushed too hard.
What
Looks
percent?
like Conti is a bit
50.
falling down now.
Whoa. 49. What?
Well, you said about to say 50, then you clearly did a mistake or something, and that was 49.
Oh yeah, I went off.
As we're now setting in
right-hand tyres are
another 0.8.
76. And I know it's a clockwise track, but still it's pretty crazy.
My tire life is all over the place. My front left is 48. My front right is 60.
I shouldn't
My
have
rear
slided
left is
that
64.
much.
My rear right is 71.
Yeah, I think I should actually just push a little bit.
They're all living independent lives.
Yeah, my front left, I mean, it's 46.
I thought I would have to pit again. That was the point of pitting on lap 15.
Trying to get Peter now into my DRS range.
I just want to do the whole race. One set of tyres.
Imagine another Felipe Jura.
Well, I mean, Chris will remember as well, AMA 2016. That was often the strategy.
What happened to AMA? Popularity?
Yeah, not enough people says no point running it.
James Sadler's he's not catching, but he's not gapping.
That was a 1:29.92.
Yeah, I just went off. think I put myself in a bad situation. My tires are going to go off before the end of the race. I have a bad feeling about it.
Well, you got 12 laps.
Should be 11. Come on.
11?
Oh yeah, I was at the end of the lap. Well,
I'm on 46%.
So,
is my lowest. Do you think
come
I'll
on.
What are my last 5 laps?
Need to get into that DRS of Peter.
again.
Not yet, still. We're catching the guys ahead. Have to look on fuel though.
I guess it's a wreck.
Are there going to be any more test races?
Well, yeah, this isn't like a pre-season race. This is just the beta, so we can actually evolve the car a bit more, because obviously you can only do so much posting it and hoping people post on the forum.
That was a
So is there going to be another test race?
1.95.
So Peter's flying ahead there still.
There should be one at Catalonia.
Well, I think we need to go on a higher fuel consumption track.
Harris?
Singapore could be an option, but not many people like just to drive that.
Canada?
Maybe Spa?
Well, Spa's sort of like this.
Like Canada?
Not the best mod in the world, really.
It's all but Park that's most intense on fuel.
Yeah, but that's also the first race of season. So then it's getting everyone who does the test.
Never mind.
Is the race just finished just now, is it?
No, 10 laps. 9 laps.
Yeah, I'll make it actually. I don't, Victor, I'm going flat through, I forgot that freaking corner name, I hate these corners.
Cops?
Old Turn 1?
I'm gonna say it's Cops.
Old Turn 1?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I'm going flat down as well.
Talking of Cops, do you like the little modifications I made regarding the grass? You don't?
No.
I do.
Because you basically...
I think it's good, but I just
It's good, but can you put them at the same color of the grass? It would be great.
Yeah, I had called Tyler.
Yeah. Don't talk about texture, because obviously I can change texture. I just mean the nature of it. Because I think it's quite good.
It finally enabled track limits.
That's true. Actually, that's a good point.
Why don't you leave
Same
that?
thing in 6 to 3.
Why don't you leave that grass over there and then put the safety zone behind it?
Oh, what you mean instead of it being all grass?
Yeah, maybe asphalt.
That means DNF 100%. You go on the grass, you're fucked.
I tried that two times and I wasn't into the wall.
Yeah,
So tarmac or gravel behind the grass?
Tarmac. Leave the grass like 2 meters or something and put the tarmac after that.
Yeah. Well, I only made this yesterday, so I couldn't really test as much. But yeah, I'll have a look.
Yeah, remind me not to talk in the middle of the corner.
Because having Astro past the curb is not really an option, so this is good. And with these cars, it's actually fun because you don't have to run it completely to each
The lap
limit.
was a 1:29.35.
Mid 134s for 2016, by the way, at Silverstone on hards.
What about the length of the stint?
I think it was 24 laps.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And that's what we did on the soft, so yeah. It's too...
Patel and Queekle both did 24 laps.
Yeah.
Kiss did 25, Kuba did 22.
Well, wasn't there a 2-stop?
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, Patel, yeah.
Oh, they went option, prime option.
For some reason I thought those were real life drivers. I don't know why. I realized it was FSR.
Yeah, part-time.
That's a good move.
Part-time FSR, that is.
Of course.
That was supposed to be a shot, isn't it? They came across to us.
And before Max Verstappen was on iRacing.
Yes, we know.
That was a 129.
That's unstoppable Van as well, don't forget.
And what's his name? Tony Stewart.
And Barrichello.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that in Formula Renault and what's his name? Empty Box. On his channel.
Would be great if we could shift that talking to later.
Right.
True. Yeah, I think might need to be worked on. Instead of maybe the medium's tire life, just the medium's grip curve.
Well,
because obviously less grip, you have to
give us 5 minutes. Now there can be a hypercode speed.
Say that again?
Don't talk 1 sec.
Camera, please.
Still racing for second place there. Even Conti is ahead there. And I'm fully abusing tires, no matter what now.
That was a 129.43.
Spun it.
Oh, the damn screen freezes, damn. Oh dear. Oh, that wasn't helpful.
That was a 129.54.
Last chance maybe to do something. So really needs all of power now. But he has the arrest on Conti. So no chance. There's interesting stuff to happen now, that's for sure.
29.04.
Hey Inyafas, thanks for joining me here in the server. Final laps of the race. Probably not the worst thing to be a little bit off the rear wing now, since Cops, all those upcoming corners will be bad on the aero for everyone now.
The lap was a 1:29.24.
Bit better, decent exit. No, there's literally nothing. So 2.5 laps to go.
The lap was a 1:29.40.
Quite interesting that Alessandro is not really able to overtake Conti with a softer compound. Ooh. That was mean to the lead, as they both spun. Should I give away the place in the race? That's the question. Because yes, I hit them both. Nevertheless, I think with that I've pushed them back into the right direction.
I think I'm gonna fall short.
As we have another lap left to race. Being in the lead, fuel is plenty. Tires are plenty.
There's 2 laps left, isn't it?
What? But it depends where you are.
Yeah, 1.5 seconds the gap is.
I'm at 2.5 right now.
Don't press escape, I'll come give you a push.
Is there a chance I could refuel?
Nope.
Damn.
Don't press escape, I'll come pick you up.
we can make a little bit more use of fuel now, since the race will be finished quite soon. Car is looking good. Thank you very much, David, for helping me here on the rule side of life. As I will have to defend myself for the final corner, I assume. Happily, this Alessandro went a little wide. So we go around final corner to take victory here around what is a beta test race. Nevertheless, winning that race actually is a good way to finish the FSR 2017 season completely. Since New Year is about to come only in just a few days, 2 weeks to be precise. So not sure, but I think that was the last occasion of FSR official activity going on. Might not have been the best competition in here. Nevertheless, I think Conti and Alessandro in the end pushed hard.
Mick, I finished with 1.5 liters.
I finished with 0.1.
And I did.
I'm on 0.1 right now. Can someone push me to the line?
Mixtures are not really working.
No, not really. I was switching forward and back, forward and back.
0.04.
Pretty close.
They don't. There's no enough fuel waste when you put a higher mixer. It just doesn't make any difference. I did the entire last stint with mix 2 and I was saving nothing.
Oh, this is some sensational finish right here.
So that's great though.
Who won the race, by the way?
Hoyer, Michi.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Cameron.
Anyway, that was nice racing there in the end. Thank you very much, Bertus.
I used boost 3 times in the race, boost 2, and I didn't die.
Yeah,
Ederson, because basically I do not have the money here for that at the moment.
Life is 2 hours, then you
will quickly shut down the audio from the PC and also shut down Discord for a second to shoot you guys off here. Thank you very much for watching. Just gonna answer you the final questions here. Yeah, why no Formula style rim? Because actually I got not enough money at the minute to get the full rim, get the full Formula 1 rig, get a good Fanatec, get the Formula 1 rim off the Fanatec, as an example. Still gonna save some money. Thank you very much for Michael Clegg for having done a donation today. I really appreciate it. Great support here of you guys. Really appreciate your support, and it's really good and very nice to see. And I'm really proud of you guys hanging around and having fun with me here, and especially supporting me with some donations. So thank you very much for that. That's clearly going to be saved to get some new Formula rim at some point next year, hopefully. Don't nail me on that speech, but that's actually the plan. Thank you very much, David, for congrats. Thank you very much, Bertus, for saying good job. Really appreciate that. Thank you also, Edison. If you like what you see, there are surely going to be more of such FSR races to happen in pre-season, which are going to stream. So if you like what you see, if that's entertaining to you, and if you have some fun watching me, click like, share and subscribe, tell your friends. You see that little bar which is going to be updated stream by stream, as I'm still trying to reach my 2017 subscriber goal. And yeah, anyways, guys, I enjoyed so much you being here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a nice Sunday, have a nice evening, have a nice rest of the weekend, and good start into your Monday week, the week before Christmas. Get all the Christmas presents, and yeah, we will see throughout the week to each other. Sadly, I've just finished racing. Otherwise, I would hop in straight away doing an iRacing race, but I won't gonna do that right now. So let's see whether I'm gonna be online with something else in the evening. Otherwise than that, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, SureGamer, for acknowledging the good job, and I hope to see you soon. And nice evening. Goodbye.